Hi everyone, welcome back to Weather for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday evening. We've got a mostly dry forecast for the next week to 10 days with one exception. That would be Thursday evening, and that could impact some of our high school football games that we have kicking off Thursday evening. We'll talk about that momentarily, but first let's just do a quick review of today. Another time-lapse overlooking Southern Park Mall. We showed you the same time-lapse yesterday. Today is not quite as scenic. We didn't have the really photogenic cumulus clouds in the sky today. Higher and mid-level clouds up there today, and the sky continues to clear this evening, and we'll have a quiet night overnight tonight. Now, with the clouds kind of hanging tough for a good chunk of the afternoon, temperatures struggled a bit today. We only did 74 at the airport today, making it our coolest daytime high since June the 28th. It's been, what's that, about 7 weeks? Almost 8 weeks? Well, 6-7 weeks, something like that. A long time, anyway, since we've had a high temperature at only 74 degrees. That's 7 below average, and this morning's low was in the wee hours of the morning, 61 degrees at 2:19 a.m. All right, radar is quiet this evening. We had a couple of renegade sprinkles out there first thing this morning, but otherwise a pretty benign weather day today, with the story, of course, being how unseasonably cool those temperatures ended up being. Most of the action across the U.S. this evening is out in the western U.S., with a scattering of showers here. And, this is kind of a typical radar picture for this time of the year. Most of this activity is up over the mountains, up over the highest terrain in the Rockies and out towards the Sierra Nevada mountains. This same zone, though, will be kind of the hot spot for weather in the coming days, and that's because of this. This is Hillary, which is a tropical storm southwest of Mexico right now. It probably will become a hurricane, in fact, maybe even a major hurricane for a time, before weakening as it encounters the Baja of California. That's that peninsula that sticks out from Southern California. And the remnants from this may very well come into Southern California. Depending on the exact track of this, it may make for a very wet period for Los Angeles, Las Vegas, places like that. Here's one model depiction of rain through early next week, showing, pretty healthy amounts of rain for, some places that don't typically see a lot of rain at this time of the year. In fact, let's go back over there now, because this model run takes us out through Tuesday now. So even up to San Francisco, they may do pretty well with rain. A lot of this will be south and west of Phoenix, but Palm Springs, Vegas, Los Angeles, all those places should do pretty well. For us, though, after we lose any showers tomorrow evening, it is high and dry, not a drop of rain in our forecast through at least the middle portions of next week. With today's Day 2 severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, they did define a level 1 out of 5 low-end risk for severe weather tomorrow afternoon in places like Detroit and Toledo and Fort Wayne and Dayton. Even though this risk does not extend farther east the way they have it defined right now, wouldn't be surprised if we had some gusty showers with possible thunder with the arrival of our cold front tomorrow evening. I don't think severe thunderstorms are all that likely, but could there be some gusty winds with those showers? That's going to be a possibility. A lot of wind shear in the atmosphere tomorrow evening, even though the instability will be fairly lacking. So this is the way things will time out. We'll be high and dry through most of the daylight hours. In fact, bright and sunny for a lot of the morning after maybe some patches of fog early. Clouds will steadily increase in the afternoon. Then as we go towards sunset, I think the main window here is around sunset to about 11 p.m. It's kind of a 3-hour window in which we could see some gusty showers pushing through with maybe some thunder and lightning. Now, that is important, of course, because we do have some high school games tomorrow evening. Of course, we play in the rain, but if there's thunder and lightning, that can lead to a delay. So we're going to root against thunder and lightning, but at the very least, it's going to rain in a lot of the area, and there could be some gusty winds as well. All this long gone by Friday morning, and all systems go for a fantastic Friday and weekend, as well as high pressure builds in from the west. So, big evening for high school football Friday evening. After a handful of games Thursday evening, we've got a whole full slate Friday evening, and what a perfect evening it'll be. You might even need a light jacket or a hoodie before the evening is through. 64 degrees at 7, but slipping into the 50s by the end of our games, and I think in the coolest nooks Friday night, first thing Saturday morning, we might see 48 or 49 degrees in some spots. But the heat is coming. This forecast has a little bit of something for everyone, with a little taste of September Friday into Friday night, but then right back into midsummer heat by the end of the weekend and early next week. If we're going to hit 90 or so, it'll probably be on Monday, with the temperatures 9 or 10 degrees above the average. You'll notice, though, as we go into the second half of next week, temperatures should retreat back to about average. So the heat that builds in is notable, it's significant, but it's fairly short-lived. It's going to last a few days. And I'll tell you, things are looking very dry next week. I mean, just about a guarantee at this point will be dry from Friday through Tuesday or Wednesday. And even the second half of next week, by next Thursday, Friday, I'm not seeing a lot of the modeling that would suggest we get into a more active pattern anytime real soon. So we're kind of flipping the switch here in the second half of August after a pretty wet first half of the month. We'll do an update on tomorrow evening showers, the weekend forecast, and the longer range forecast Thursday evening on Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching on this Wednesday evening, and have a great rest of your night.